When it comes to security, President Ibrahim Troare of Burkina Faso doesn't leave anything to chance. Some may call him paranoid, but the captain prefers to think of himself as prepared for every eventuality. His recent visit to Ghana for President John Mahama's inauguration was a masterclass in controlled unpredictability and an unspoken declaration: trust is a luxury he cannot afford. The inauguration was a spectacle of African prestige, opulent displays, armored convoys, and a security so tight it felt like Fort Knox had relocated to Accra. Heads of state strutted their heavily guarded entourages, flaunting the trappings of power. Yet, none stole the show quite like Troare, who made an entrance straight out of an action movie. Officially, Troare had declined the invitation, opting to send a representative in his stead, or so everyone thought. Ghanaian protocol officers were in for a shock when the man himself rolled up unannounced. As Ali Naka tweeted on Twitter saying, "Until early this morning, the protocol team in Ghana had been told President Troare would be represented, only for the man himself to show up." Now, a fleet of black armored land cruisers barreled onto the scene, flanked by heavily armed guards with expressions that could freeze lava. Troare stepped out clad in full Burkinabe military regalia, a pistol holstered conspicuously on his waist, a no-nonsense image that instantly dominated the event's narrative.
Gabon. After him, we have His Excellency Mamadi Doumbouya, who is the President of Guinea Conakry. And after him, we have the Prime Minister, the Head of State of the strong people of Burkina Faso, His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Troare.
The crowd erupted in cheers, chanting his name like a victorious gladiator had just entered the arena. But beneath the celebrations, his presence was a walking contradiction. His security detail was a fortress, eyes scanning every inch of the venue as though the event were a war zone. Even Traore's pistol seemed less a symbol of authority and more a direct warning: "I trust no one." This level of caution stood in stark contrast to his appearances in places like Russia, where his entourage often looks more diplomatic than militarized. So why the difference? Does Troare feel safer in foreign territories than in his own continent? Perhaps. but more likely it is a reflection of the treacherous waters he navigates as Burkina Faso's president, a leader who knows that in politics, especially Africa politics, appearances can kill.
On restera dans la même chose que dans les années antérieures, à courir à gauche, à droite. On ne pourra jamais se restructurer, constituer des unités en mesure de combattre.
To some in Africa, Ibrahim Troare is a hero, a symbol of defiance against neo-colonial forces. But for the French government and their puppets, he is an enemy, a rogue actor whose rise to power represents a direct threat to their influence in Burkina Faso. His ascension on September 30th, 2022 marked a seismic shift in the region's power dynamics. That evening, Captain Troare, a bold and a calculated military leader, announced that the army had ousted Paul-Henri Damiba, who had himself seized power just 8 months earlier in a coup. Troare justified the coup with claims that Damiba had failed to secure the country amidst escalating Islamic insurgencies. Yet, his rhetoric went further. He accused France of orchestrating destabilization campaigns against Burkina Faso, with support from neighboring Benin and Ivory Coast. In a decisive move, Troare terminated military and bilateral agreements with France, accusing it not only of failing to combat terrorism, but of actively seeking to undermine his nation. For Paris, this was a betrayal. French President Emmanuel Macron criticized Troare, suggesting that Burkina Faso would have succumbed to militias without French intervention. But Troare remained undeterred, standing firm against what he viewed as imperial meddling.
Nous avions une relation sécuritaire. Elle était de deux natures en vérité. Il y a une partie, c'était notre engagement contre le terrorisme depuis 2013. On avait raison. Je crois qu'on a oublié de nous dire merci. C'est pas grave, ça viendra avec le temps. L'ingratitude, je suis bien placé pour le savoir, c'est une maladie non transmissible à l'homme. Et je le dis pour tous les gouvernants africains qui n'ont pas eu le courage vis-à-vis de leurs opinions publiques de le porter, aucun d'entre eux ne serait aujourd'hui avec un pays souverain si l'armée française ne s'était pas déployée dans cette région. Et j'ai une pensée émue pour nos soldats qui, parfois, ont donné leur vie et pendant des années se sont battus. Nous avons bien fait. On est parti parce qu'il y a eu des coups d'État. Parce qu'on était là à la demande d'États souverains.
Since assuming power, Troare has faced mounting threats, from assassination attempts to coup plots. Security experts have speculated that these plots may have ties to French interests seeking to reclaim control in Burkina Faso. This constant peril has left Troare vigilant and wary, particularly during his diplomatic visits across Africa. In countries like Ghana, where French-aligned factions could lack, Troare takes no chances. He travels with a personal firearm, a pistol always within reach, and is flanked by heavily armed guards. During a recent visit to Ghana, Traore's actions reflected his mastery of security tactics. Initially, he informed the Ghanian government that he would not attend an inauguration event, likely to neutralize any premeditated threats. Then, in a surprise move, he appeared unannounced, with his elite security detail at the ready. For Troare, every step is calculated. He understands the risks of leading Burkina Faso, a former French colony, especially after aligning with Russia. His pivot away from France has likely earned him powerful enemies, both within the region and beyond. Even the Ghanaian president's invitation could be viewed with suspicions. Troare knows better than to place his safety in the hands of anyone outside his trusted circle. This caution is not paranoia, it's survival. Troare is acutely aware of Burkina Faso's history. The fate of Thomas Sankara, the nation's first revolutionary leader, looms large. Sankara, known for his radical reforms and anti-imperialist stance, was betrayed and assassinated by a close ally. Troare is determined not to share the same fate.
The full meaning of Burkina Faso means strong men and women of integrity. we have His Excellency Brigadier